All right, everybody. Hello and welcome back to another edition of Booze and Hacking. I am your host, Dark Hoodie. Good to have you all back. And we are here with another TryHackMe room. This one is called Pickle Rick, named for the very popular animation series Rick and Morty. This is a Rick and Morty CTF. Help turn Rick back into a human. I have to confess, I've never seen a single episode of this, but I hear it's pretty cool. Um, Maybe one day I'll get to sit down and run through a few episodes. I do tend to see them doing a lot of cosplay at Comic-Con for Rick and Morty characters, so that's always fun to see among everything else there. So, as you see, I've started the room. We have our IP address here. I scroll down a bit, and there are 3 questions to answer. I would imagine these are the flags for the room. So let's get started. First, let's talk about what we're drinking today. And what you see here is a nice bottle of Cinzano Sweet Vermouth. If you've never had this before, I know sometimes some folks like to have it straight over ice with a little twist. That is tasty. And there are many different recipes for mixing sweet vermouth with bourbon and many other spirits. So, if you are in the mood for a drink, by all means, please pour yourself something and join me as we tackle this room. So I have already gone into my terminal. Here's my VPN. And I took the liberty of running the Nmap scan. I use RustScan again. It's pretty fast. I figured I'll just do it now, get it out of the way. And there are 2 ports that are open, ports 22 and 80. So as I scroll down a bit, I see that Port 22 is running OpenSSH over a Ubuntu server, and port 80 is running an Apache web server, also over Ubuntu. And we have a couple of interesting things here. We have a title of the page. It's Rick is super cool. And the version of Apache we have is 2.4.41. And that is pretty much it. So we have gone ahead and opened up the web page, and here it is. Help Morty. I'm going to guess that's Morty. He's in a state of panic. Listen, Morty, I need your help. I've turned myself into a pickle again, and this time I can't change back. I need you to burp. Morty, log on to my computer and find the last 3 secret ingredients to finish my pickle reverse potion. The only problem is I have no idea what the burp password was. Help, Morty, help. Okay. So we have an interesting graphic here. Let's take a look at the source code. And first we have here, there's the title that we saw before, Rick is super cool. And so that looks normal. This looks normal. Here is the text that we saw previously with the burps included. And now we have, oh, look at this. So we have here, once again, bad OPSEC leaving information in the source code of the page. Note to self, remember username. The username is Rick Rules. So we might see if we could use that for SSH, but we still have to get a password. So now that we've seen that, let's do a little more recon, shall we? So as I look up here, I see that there is a subdirectory called assets. So that is something to pay attention to. Let's see if we can maybe get a robots.txt file. I like to look for those sometimes. So I'm going to go over here and do robots.text. And we have something here, some weird thing, wubba lubba lubba lubba, whatever it says. So that could possibly be a password. Okay, so let's, you know what? Let's go to the terminal. Let's see if we can SSH into that with this strange password and see if that works. I'm going to run the site again so I can get a look at that username. I want to keep my creds in front of me. All right. And let's view the source again. So we have here, that's our username. So I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to go SSH. And I'm going to do Rick rules at 10.10.37.233. All right, the answer is always yes. And so, oh, look at this. Permission denied. I couldn't even get to the password part. Okay, so that didn't work. So now, here before, we see an assets subdirectory. So I'm going to pump that into here and see if that tells us anything. All right, so we have an index, and there are some files here. Bootstrap, fail. I see PickleRick.gif. There's a GIF file. There's something here called portal.jpg, and rickandmorty.jpg. So we might possibly be able to do something with that. So, what if I add portal.jpg here, just out of curiosity? And here's the picture. That must be Rick, the missing guy. Here's Morty and his weird ray gun and what looks like a portal. I'm going to look at this source code here. Oh, and I can't. All right. So I wonder. Let's go back to, let's do this. See if this tells me anything. Let me go back to this main part of the page. So we have, what happens if I click on this? So there's another JPEG of Rick and Morty running. Here's what we just saw before. What's this Pickle Rick GIF? Alright, Pickle Rick. And I'm going to go out on a limb for a second. See if maybe this portal is written in PHP. Nope. Let's see. I am going to go up to GoBuster and let me find my bash scripts, and I'm going to run GoBuster see if there is anything else. GoBuster underscore scan.sh. So my IP is 10.10.37.233. And let's do this word list here, see what it gives us. Well, there's assets. We knew that from before. While that's running, I wonder if I just do this. Nothing in portal. Alright, nothing here. Oh, he doesn't look happy. I know how he feels. And we're poking around. Let's have a look at our shell. So far it's still just found assets. Alright, while that's running, I'm going to look at this again. Nothing here, clicking around. And for some reason, I am not allowed to see the source code of this page. That username and that weird wubba-lubba-lub word must lead to something. What if I do portal.html? Nothing is there. I'm going to try PHP once more. What if I just go right from the URL to portal.php? Ah, there we go. There is a login page. Okay, that answers that question. So I need that username again. So 10.10.37.233. Let's look at that source code again. I'm going to copy this. And put that here. And now I'm going to go to that weird wubba-lub thing, see if that is a password we can use. Paste that in there. Oh, I think we got something. Okay, command panel. All right. Now we know it's a Ubuntu Linux box. So if this site is not properly sanitized, we might be able to use this command line to see if we can run some Linux commands. So first, there's already a bunch of stuff there. Let's get rid of that. This is probably from a previous thing I was doing. Let's try ls. Hey, look at that. We got a list of files. There's robots, there's portal, there's login, there's a login.php, there's deny.php, clue.txt, assets, and something called super secret pickle ingredient.txt. So, I think if we go back to the questions, what is the first ingredient that Rick needs? So maybe this might be one of the ingredients. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go up here and pump in the address again and add that super ingredient. Look at this. I got something here. It says Mr. Me Seek Hair. I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to go back to this page here and pump that in. All right. We got our first question. So it's Mr. Me Seek Hair. Okay. So now we're here. Let's see if we can cat a few other things. I wonder what if I do cat clue.txt. Command disabled to make it hard for future. PickleRick. Okay, well, that seems to have not worked out for us. But we know that I can run Linux commands in here. I wonder what would happen if I did who am I. Oh, so look at this already. It's telling me that we are in the www-data directory. Okay, good to know. What if I do ls-la? And look at that. And now this is totally, this is a total vulnerability. This should not be permitted. This should be sanitized so that these commands cannot be run. We've already seen robots. What's login.php, I wonder? Cat. Login.php. 10.10.37.233/login.php. Oh, it's the same screen. Okay, never mind. We don't need that. So I'm going to run a command, grep -r. This will allow me to look at commands that may or may not be permitted, but I don't see anything here. All right. That is not helping. Let's look at these other tabs here. I see Rick Portal, Potions, only the real Rick can view this, Creatures, Potions, Beth Clone Notes, Rick Portal, I am going to mull this over for a minute, see what I can get. Am I doing this right? Let's try grep again, -R, and let's do this. See if this tells me anything. Oh, there we go. I was doing it wrong. I'm always doing something wrong. So here, it's giving me some of the source code. Here's denied.php. Only the real Rick can view this page. Help Morty. Let's keep scrolling down. Ah, look at this. Portal login page. We've gotten through this already. Portal.php, portal commands, execute. Okay. So we can see all these commands here. Let's go back and see if I can run sudo on this. Oh, look at that. This room is very vulnerable. Look at this. So I figured out we're in www-data. We saw that before when I did Who Am I? And it looks like I can do root. No, there's no password, just all. I think let's do a little directory traversal. Rats. Didn't mean to do that. See if this will tell me anything. Oh, look at this. Okay. I can run sudo commands without a password. And we saw that before when I did sudo-l. So there's a list of folders in the root section. Long list. And let's look down, see what's in here. There's Etsy. Here's the home directory. There's a home and a Rick. So I'm going to go back to the top. Where are we right now? Let's do present. Okay, so we're in var www.html. I'm going to do cd/home/Rick. Oh, rats, nothing. Okay. Okay. Let's try cd/home. Nothing there. All right. Let's do this again so I can look at what's inside again. Here's what's in bin. Here's what's in boot. Here's what's in dev. Here's what's in Etsy. In home, we have Rick and Ubuntu. Oh, I think I have to do this. Right. Let's try that. Let's paste what I just typed in. Let's get rid of that asterisk. But I think that colon doesn't belong there. Okay. So now I'm going to go sudo and /Rick. There's something called second ingredients, which is what we're looking for. Okay. So I'm going to come up here. 10.10.37.233 /home/Rick. Let's do second ingredient. Oh, here's my old GoBuster. It only found assets. Okay. Oh, where was I before? Second ingredients. I wonder if I can cat that. Cat second ingredients. Nope. Let's do /second ingredients and see what happens here. Nothing. Okay. Let's try. I once read that instead of using sudo, less make sure I get my syntax right. Sudo less ls home Rick second ingredients. See if this works. Nope. Less ls. /Rick /second ingredients. Okay. A little more complicated. I've got to find the right syntax because, as I've told you all before, syntax always gets in my way. I wonder, rather than go this route, I'm going to start a listener, see if I can get a Python script in here. LNVP. Let's see. I think I have my cheat sheet here. I can do that simple bash script that I like to use. Let's get my cheat sheet out, shall we? Desktop. Open the folder. And I have my simple Python script here, if I can find it. Yeah, here's the one. I have to remember to put a 3 there. Okay. Alright, I'm using this wrong, clearly. I'm going to go back to the site and put that Python script here. My listener still has not picked up. It is hanging though, so something's going on. I think I'm using the wrong script. We have another one here. Let's copy this. And paste this one in. .13.6 10.13.112. That's always my IP address. Huh. Alright, that isn't working. Gotta get a reverse shell. First, let's kill this. Ooh, excuse me. Let's go to Python reverse shell. Let's see if there's something here that I might be able to use. And I am using oh wait, here we go. Python. Last time I used it, I think this was the one that was good for me. So let's go back here. And let's do 10 dot. I always forget my IP address. 10.13.6.112. 10.13.6.112, and let's do the 4s. Huh, still not working. How am I doing on time? All right. Oh, I hope I remembered to make that Python 3. And I didn't, so let's run it now. Ten dot 13.6.112. Oh, there's too many 4s. Okay, one more time. I'm going to kill this and kill this. Right, so 10, 13, 6, 1, 12, and my 4s. So now let's start the listener again. And let's run this. Okay, let's try one of the other ones. I don't know. This is the one that's always worked for me. So. Let's paste that in there. Go back to the beginning. Python 3. netcat-lnvp 4444. Start listening and go. In the meantime, (10.10.37.233/second ingredient). I'm going to assume it's a text file. Now let's just do /second ingredient and see what that does. Still nothing. Okay. Don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore. Or this. Alright, the reverse shelving is not working. So, what else can we try? What else can we try? We've got 2 more flags to acquire. Should I use Burp Suite? Let's see. Let's go back to my command injection. Let's try the tack command. And then home Rick second ingredients. Let's do the less command. Less home /Rick /second ingredients. That's not doing anything. Let's go back to this. ls space home/Rick. Did I run out of time? Nope. But I do have to add an hour. Getting that first flag worked out well. Getting the second one here. I'm going to close this out, get rid of this and this. Go back to 10.10.37.233/portal.php. Is my VPN gone? That's still there. That's my scan. Let's exit out of this. And why is this hanging all of a sudden? Here's where my problem lies. Okay, so now that's there. Portal.php. Got to get back to that thing. This should have been a lot easier. This is hanging and we don't know why. Let's try a few more things here. Let's see if it goes into this. Okay, I can get into this. That's good. But portal.php is hanging for some reason. So I had to kill the room because for some reason this page kept hanging. So I got a new IP address. And then I went back and tried the tack command again, which I will show you here. Tack is basically cat, but shows you things in reverse. So after running this command, here we have our second flag, which is one Jerry tier. So I'm going to take that and pump it into here. All right. What is the last and final ingredient? So now I'm going to go back to this and see if I can get the last flag. So I'm going to do sudo ls and see if I can just go root. And I see there third text snap. So now that is the file that's inside the root directory. So I'm going to do sudo, and I'm going to use less this time. I tried that before. Little directory traversing, root, and third.txt. And there's the last ingredient. So I'm going to copy that, paste it into here. Huh. How is that wrong? Is that not the flag? Maybe it's just phlebe juice. Yep, that was it. So, took longer than I wanted it to, but finally got there. So, command injection, have to sanitize for that, and directory traversal as well. So, I hope you had a good time today. Thanks for sticking around. If you enjoyed our time, please like and subscribe. And we will be back with another room soon. Until then, hack the planet.